Okay, we got company. It's just you, I'm gonna drill your ass. Because you pop pretty good. You're like a big blue zit. Welcome back, everybody, to Star Rupture. I am the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to get started with aerial drones, and also with glass. So, I added another turret here. First of all, as you can see, because what the hell? Look at that! I'm talented. Because they only have a 45-degree angle, and I don't think these two turrets could cover this spot here if we were attacked. And this is a temporary turret situation anyways. We're going to set those up a little bit better, you know, in the future. So anyway, as you can see, we just had a star rupture, and I should probably actually go over and grab all of those oxala doxala thingies. While the grabbing's good, so let's do that first, and let's also change our character just for funsies.
Good stuff.
In this episode too.
Looks good.
So far we started the series with Han, and then we've been doing what's this lady's name? Margarita, something like that. Not Margarita, but whatever her name is. So we'll try one of the. There's two more people we can try just for funsies. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever as far as the gameplay goes, but it's just a kind of a fun role-playing thing, I guess. I don't know. But let's grab those oxalops, and I want to anything that kind of spawns here, we're just going to pick up because, you know, eventually we'll probably be building over this area, and that stuff will all get messed up, I'm guessing, in terms of its ability to spawn anyway. So yeah, I want to check out the aerial drones and kind of get a feel for how those work. I have not seen those at all. I do watch a few other people play this game, but my kind of policy on that sort of thing is not to watch beyond, you know, gameplay beyond where I am myself, just so I don't spoil anything. So yeah, I haven't seen anybody else. Oh look, there's a thingy over here. You do those yet, so I don't know what to expect or, you know, what will happen with them. We also are going to set up a facility, a helium mining facility over here, very similar to, if not almost exactly the same as the one we did way over there. Just because, you know, we might as well, right? It's so close to our base. Might as well just tap right on into that. But first, let's go ahead and do the aerial drones. We should probably have an access on this side too, though we might end up building out over this area eventually. But I don't have plans to do that right away. So where's the other ramp? It comes up here. So let's have this one. Whoops. There we go. Come up here too, because we can. We're gonna need to put down a. Let's attach that there. We need to put down a thing, probably right by this. Let's put it right by that. Why? Oh, maybe I have to do one of these. Yeah. Okay. Put that there. And then we'll grab the walkway and take it right down to here, and it doesn't like it because why don't you like it? It might be because this is too low. So let's do this again, but we'll raise it up one notch. Like so. Now let's see if that works. Voila! Love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so that gives us access on this side to get back up. I'm really glad they added these flexible platforms into the game. I think that was a huge move on their part, you know, to make things work better for us. So good job everybody, good job developers. All right, so let's just do this. Let's go to, well, actually here we got to do the thing that I always forget to do. It's not so much that I forget to do it, I just want to do it on camera with you guys. We need to actually claim the thing. Boom. And we also now have our war bonds. So that gives us a total of 133 war bonds. In fact, let's do that next. The very first thing I want to do is get the long-range scope on the Phantom. So we want to go to here, and we want to swap out for the 3x optic. And then choose it. Confirm it. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Go back there. So I can't actually zoom, it's just automatically at 3x. Okay, that's fine, because that's still going to make it, we can still use it fairly close up to, even with the scope. There is some sway. Does the sway reduce if I'm crouched? Yes, definitely does. Okay. Does it get worse the longer I hold it? Okay, yeah, so it definitely makes a difference if we crouch, which of course does make sense. Nice. All right, how many war bonds do we have left? We have 43. I don't think that's enough to do anything more, but let's take a quick look. We want to keep the long-range barrel. We got the optics. Having an extended magazine, so then it comes to reload. This oversized makes it easier to do. Okay, I wouldn't mind getting this either. A piercing magazine. There's a vastly that never truly meant to. So this doesn't. Why the fuck would the magazine make any difference whatsoever on piercing? That should be an ammo thing. That's kind of silly. It doesn't seem to indicate that there's any drawback to using this. I mean, it doesn't say that we have less of the magazine. If that truly does improve, yeah, it says it's good against 3 aliens. Man, I don't know, man. I'd almost rather have that, I think, than the extended magazine, just because some of those bigger dudes, you know, it takes many shots to kill them. Multiple shots. So let's keep this in mind. We're going to need 60 more war bonds for that. And then, of course, we also want to do some upgrades to the other weapons. The shotgun in particular, we want... What do we have here? This is that's a range mod. We don't really need range for the shotgun. A short barrel is a wider... Nah, I'm not really interested in that. Okay, what does this do? This is an Ulm magazine, faster reload, and this is a shredder, increased damage. See, now increased damage could be good. It's illegal to use against human beings. That's good to know. It doesn't seem to have a negative drawback. So that's 105. Now that's quite a bit. And then what about stocks? Increased magazine capacity.
Rupture status stable. Arcadia status
I wouldn't mind
stable.
that, especially for the shotgun, because it takes so long to reload. Reduce spread during movement. Nah. Okay, so I'd be interested in the ammo reserve and in the shredder ammo for increased damage for this. Yeah, okay. And then we could also potentially look and see, you know, what the big heavy machine gun does if we ever decide to go back to it, which I might. I don't know. We'll see. Certainly haven't given up on it. Let's go ahead and put this in here.
Useful information.
We'll put the rest of our war bonds back in our valuables chest. Oh, I guess I have some other stuff too here. And oh, by the way, I did find this guy. This is a 5,000 data point thingamadoodle. Amazing. I think that's the highest valued item single item I've found so far. And what is it? It's called a damaged lab dish. Look at that, 5,000 data points. Boom, baby. 4,000 for 2 of those, and 400 for 1 of those. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, let's stuff these raw materials in here. Oh, we have some more with the oxala thingies. So, star tiers. Do you? Yeah. Let's finish that. Finish those out on. Well, I guess we didn't completely finish it out. We can throw the data at that too. All right. Nice. So we are a level 7 with Griffiths and with Future Robotics, but we are stuck on level 5 with with Moon Energy, because Moon Energy requires the heat resistant sheet, which we can't do until we get glass. So glass is our highest priority after we take a look-see at the drone thing. Okay, so let's go here. And so it looks like we have to put down a cargo dispatcher and a cargo receiver. And also we need this next level of material. That's the first time I've seen something requiring that. If we go to basic item printer, guess what we need, ladies and gentlemen? We need glass, in addition to inductors. All right, we're not doing the aerial thingies today. We are doing glass today, and hopefully inductors. Okay, so helium is needed for glass, as is calcium. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a mining facility over there, and we're going to truck in the helium, and we're going to truck in the calcium, which is over here. Okay, so since we can't do aerial drones for that, this is going to be a rail system, and that's fine because, again, it's really close to the base anyway. I'm probably not going to do anything at all with this helium setup we did over here for now. If we need more helium in the future, if this can't provide enough for us, then we'll set up drones to ship that in. But otherwise, let's just leave it there. I don't think there's any harm in leaving it there. Plus, it gives us a little outpost we can run to if we happen to be in that area when a starburst occurs, or not, star rupture. Sorry, starburst. That's like fruit candy. Anyway, okay. So let's do the helium first. All right. So we need to get ourselves a metric buttload of building stuff, and I happen to have quite a bit of it here. I brought over from the other base. Let's just grab like that much. Okay. I'm gonna put. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I was wanting to do the aerial drones in this episode, but it's very unlikely we're going to get to it in this episode. But that's okay. We'll get to it. It'll happen. It will happen. We could... Nah, never mind. Not going to do that. Okay, let's go over here. I'm going to take a quick pop-a-doodle up here and grab... Oh, man, I love that scope. That's awesome. Closest thing we're going to get to a sniper rifle until an actual sniper rifle is introduced to the game, which I have been told by one or two of you in the comments that is planned. I myself have not looked at a roadmap for this game. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, except for we didn't kill him. Get out of here.
Changing mags.
Yeah, I would definitely go for a little more penetration for these bigger guys. I think that would be quite useful. Quite useful indeed. Let's go on over here, and we're going to do the thing. Incidentally, I mentioned before that... Well, I don't know, maybe I didn't mention this, but these plants don't hurt us. They just drain our stamina. So stamina drain in the game is called drain. And there are things, you know, we can make to negate that later on. So let's start by putting down the 2 extractors. And we're going to want the outputs going this way. I think we are, right? Yeah, I think so. And, you know, fortunately, we're in building range of our core, right? So we don't have to put a core down, which is nice. Just need to put some platforms down and some depots, and then hook up some power, and we are good to go. The power will be hooked up, you know, when we run the line. And I think you know, it probably makes most sense just to keep the storage depots here. By the way, we are going to get larger storage depots too, so that's coming. All right, let's stand over here. And get back up in Mr. Drone here, or whatever this thing's called. Since we don't need anything other than just storage depots, we should be able to make a fairly small platform to make this work. So what I'm thinking is we get one of these to start with, and we're gonna want some room in between that. I'm just kind of trying to think how I want to do this. Yeah, you know what? We're going to make this very simple, I think. So let's move this up to here. I just want to make sure that it goes above the terrain. And maybe we'll move it back one more too. Okay. Let's lock that in place with Y and bring it. I think the storage depots have a 4-tile footprint. So let's see, 1, 2, and then maybe. So let's take this to there. Okay. And then we kind of learned, you know, from our thingy over there that we need 5 pillars. So what we'll do is we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go this way again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe we'll go 1 this way as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put that one 6 out. We might be able to get away for this. We might be able to get away with just 6. Let's see if it'll let us do that. Whoops, put that one in the wrong spot. This isn't gonna work. Shit. We have to go. Well, yeah. What happens if it won't even let me put it there because this stuff's in the way? All right, so I guess we're going to need to go up. Can I do this? Nope, I can't. We're going to have to go a little bit higher to make this as big as I want it to make it. Unless we go vertical. I'll tell you what, well, see, the thing is we're already blocked even right here, though. So, yeah, shit, we're gonna make these higher. Okay, so let's put that there as a point of reference. Actually, no, we should be doing this over here, huh? Put that there as a point of reference. Take this down. Copy this and move it up 1 thingy. And lock it. Now, can we go over here? We still can't. Okay. Let's see if it'll work with 2 more up. Go up 2. Lock that. What the hell, man? Really? I have to be this high? That doesn't make sense. I guess the game just does not want us building over that stuff. Alright, well, you know what? That sucks because... Can I do this? Okay, how far that way can I go? Oh, I can do that. Oh, Okay. That'll work. That will work. Just out of curiosity, will it let me pop one of these down here? Just for aesthetics. It doesn't. You know what we're going to do then? We're going to put... Nope, we're not going to do that either. We can almost do that. What about the shallower one? Nope. What about this guy? That's not going to work because it needs a tile. Can we... There's just no way we can put a support in there. Okay. We're going to pretend like we're using like advanced anti-gravity supports there because fuck this game, man. It's not letting me do what I want to do, and it's pissing me off. It's not really pissing me off. You know, you just got to work with it. I'm teasing. Oh, you need agua. Yeah, okay, we'll take care of you in a second there. In fact, we're going to put you back in cryo anyways. Whoops. We got company. Where are they? Right there.
That was close.
They must have come down from the cliff. That's it? Okay, let's give you some agua. Get a couple of those. Nope, get out of that stuff. Okay, let's stand up here. Maybe more like here. And we're just gonna redo this with, you know, one block higher here. And hopefully it won't give us any more grief further down here. Okay, so copy this. Lock it at that height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too high. It is indeed. Okay, so that means we're going to need to use normal pillars, which we can do. Grab a normal pillar. And I think... Right, I'm going to need to... Let's just build that out first so we know... You kind of use it as a point of reference. Now grab... grab a normal pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it needs to go here, and I'm guessing that it needs to go here and then there. That's a good guess. Okay, lock that guy in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, put that there, I believe. Okay, lock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that needs a stack. Bring this up here, and we should be able to go all the way across to here. Whoops, I forgot to set it. And then you can go to there. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, cause see, I want the platform to be more or less centered on the two extractors, just, you know, just for aesthetics. All right, now let's build the first kind of little section here. I know I'm gonna have to put some more pillars in, but I want to kind of get a feel for how I'm gonna do the depots. So let's go to a storage depot here, and yeah, we want just the two. And I mean, we could put as many of these here as we want, but let's not go batshit crazy either. So that is visibly about the center. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 10. Let's shave this Well, except for, yeah, we're 5 pillars apart, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so this is approximately the center. And if we do this to there, this is going to be a lot of helium, you guys. Holy shit. There. There and there. Okay, so that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Gives us 9. Oh, I think we're gonna have problems with those fucking plants. Let's get a little closer. Can I? Yeah, I can vertically lock these two. Vertically? Vertical. Oh shit! That didn't work right. It was vertically locked. I just had slid it back a little bit. Okay, copy that. It's still vertically locked. You're gonna just be a rat bastard, aren't you? Son of a... Alright, Can I... It's that one right there. That's the one that's giving us heartburn, man. Alright, you know what then? We're going to remove this one. And we're just going to run with 16. That's still plenty. That is still plenty. And I think too, let's just get rid of this part of the platform. Which, whoops. Oh, we got company again. If it's just... Did you just glitch into the cliff? Oh, sucks to be you, bro. I think you did. I think you just glitched into the cliff. Okay. Yeah, let's remove this, because it's not working for us. And now things aren't centered on the platform. You know, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I know it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but I just like things to be set up nicely, but sometimes you gotta, you gotta work with the terrain too, right? So let's put a border walkway along here, and we have one in the front. Okay, that's gonna have to be it, guys. It's just as good as it's gonna get because this thing's being a fuckwad. All right, now we could. What we could maybe do, actually, now think about it, is we could put... I mean, we could put a multi-rail. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to put a version 2 rail. And if it becomes apparent in the future that things are clogging, then what we'll do is we'll deal with it at that time. So we can put a rail connector here, though. I think. Yes. It would actually be better to put it here, but it's not going to let me because of the grass. Oh, that would have been nice because it would have been perfectly centered. But again, this is what we have to deal with, so it is what it is. Okay, can I put a ladder here? I can, except for... Okay. You can put a ladder there, you know, to give us access to that. And I'm thinking that since we redid these, and we're probably going to have to go down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're going to have to go here. Just so that has a support, because it looks kind of weird without one. Don't know that I like that thing sticking down, but can't do anything about it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do everything on V2 rails because we can. And I think we're just going to go... over at that other one, I kind of did like a little triple thing, but in the long run, that doesn't matter. Because here's what's going to happen. We are going to just basically circle this whole thing around in one big loop. Like so. No, not like that. Okay. No! God damn it! It keeps wanting to attach somewhere else. It's not me being click happy. Don't ever blame the click. It's not the click's fault. See, it wants to go over there, but I want it to go there. I know it has everything to do with the way I'm positioning my mouse, but it's just something you have to be a little bit deliberate about, or bad things happen, man. See, just like that. The thing that pisses me off is I can't cancel this without... Well, I guess I could press F. At least that doesn't kick me out of the drone mode. Alright, just leave that right on around that way. And this is just going to be one big circular bus. And everything will just go round and round and round it goes until everything's nice and filled up. Yeah, I did it again. Mother. One way that I heard, and I think this is a good way to explain things, or to think about things, is you should think about these rails more like a network as opposed to a you know, like a conveyor system. Okay, so if I set it up this way, everything has to always come out from here. What if instead we do more like we did it at the other base? Is it going to let me put one of these in? It'll let me put that there. Which kind of means we don't even really need this at all. Okay, copy this. Go to there. And you go back into there. And that becomes our output. Yeah, we don't need this at all. I tried. But circumstances are just not cooperating. Alright, let's put our ladder here. And we're not going to be coming up to the platform through this muckety-muck grass, but we might come up to it from the backside here. So this is more or less the middle. We have an access up that way. We have an access from that corner. Where did I put that one at? I put it right here. So let's do another one right here. And what the hell? We'll do it on this end too, because we can. Okay. We can still reach this okay, right? Yep. We certainly can. I think we're ready to... Well, we're almost ready to go. We need to set the storage depots to take helium. And then we need to run a rail to the main platform to get power out here. And then helium is set up and ready to rock and roll. Next, we're going to have to do calcium. I don't know at this point in time why we would need to, but if we ever did need to tap into this side of the helium, we could put a connector there, but I don't think we need to at this point. We'll just use this one. It's just too bad I couldn't put that in the center, but again, you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, so now it is time to... There's a bugway out there. Time to run a rail to get power over here. So let's go here. We'll just deal with this guy. Oh, he's going after... No, you don't. Actually, I should have waited to see what that turret was going to do. More from the standpoint of what angle. Okay, so let's assume the helium's going to come in here. And in fact, I might do a rail setup in such a way that the helium and the calcium kind of come in together. Right, okay, so I want to leave... I always want to leave at least one tile as a walkway, if nothing else. And, you know, I want to eventually put rails up around this whole thing, but the thing is we're going to probably continue expanding it, so... Yeah, that makes my brain start thinking about some other things too, but we're just going to go with this for now. We can always change it up later. Okay, so let's do this. Let's grab a... We'll go here. And... I think we'll put a multi-rail here. Yeah. Let's put a multi-rail there. And that will be the inputs for both the calcium and the helium. Now what we want to do is we want to take this multi-rail and make sure it stays in this grid. I really like the fact that we have these grids. And that's as high up as that will go. Let's stick that there just momentarily because I want to look at something. So this looks like this is probably the lowest point along the route. But I want to bring the line along this grid and then at a 90 degree that way. So if we keep this at the same height and lock it and go to here, you know what? Hold on a second. Let's... I'm just thinking here. Trying to think about this. Can we... Okay, we can put that there. But we can't move it more that way because of the... That's gonna look a little weird for hooking up the helium. Unless we bring it to there, which we can. Okay, I'm gonna move this one thingy over and put it there just as a placeholder. And I want to lock this. I thought I already did, but maybe it got unlocked somehow. So that'll be straight over there. And then the question is, to get a nice curve, how many tiles this way do we need to go? I'm going to guess 2 tiles this way. Let's test that theory. So if we're going to want the helium on the inside. What? Can I not connect directly to these? Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's do this. Let's copy you. You're still locked in, okay? And we'll put you right here. Now, can we get to you? Why is it connecting down at the bottom? Okay, we need to go over there. Something's weird. Okay. Connect to you and go into the inside. Now, connect to you and go into the inside. Now it's working. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just needed like the initial one connected first before things registered. I don't know. Let's get back up here. I'm gonna stand right here. Okay, now next question is, can we get a nice clean curve to the inside of you? If we pushed that one to the north or the left, would that give us a cleaner curve? Maybe. Let's try it. It's not gonna let me do it because this is in the way. Can we just do this? Yeah, no, that's letting me do it. Can we come over one more? See, now it's doing the weird connect at the bottom thing again. It's so bizarre. If we connect this one, why are you doing that, game? You're killing me. Early access. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Other than starting all the way over again. Nope. Not working there either. You're killing me, Smalls. Gotta run over here. Gotta bring our body over here. sure it's in that one. Make sure it is in... Well, now this thing's in the way. I mean, we can't go any further, or the curve's gonna protrude out and then come back, which we don't want. So I think that's as good as it gets. But it's good to know, in this particular setup, we just need to be one tile over. I thought we needed to be more tiles over. It's still too bad we couldn't get just a really nice symmetrical curve though, but I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. And that's okay. We can make that work. Okay, so now if we just come here and connect this up to here, we have power. Look at that. Okay. The helium is filling up. Just kind of taking a quick look here and making sure everything looks good. All right, ladies and gents, next step is to do calcium. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the calcium line here and line it up with the rails we put in place, so when it comes into the base, it's coming in on a nice straight conveyance. How are we doing? Let's take one of those. Yum, 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 yum. Before I forget, because I will, let's go change our character. Okay, let's be the biologist Samuel Kumalo. Here we go. We are now Samuel. See what Samuel has to say. I wish there was more of a... I wish changing to a different sleeve was more of an event and not just an instant thing. Maybe it will be in the future. I don't know. This kind of seems like a big deal. Oh, well, probably. Damn good thing we came back here when we did. All right, guys, I'm going to just cut the camera here, wait for the wave to finish, and then I'll meet you guys over here at the calcium after the rupture. Okay, guys, we are over by the calcium. And I believe we have 3 nodes here. I might as well grab this too. Get another core. Okay, so let's come up here. Okay, so our helium's way over that way. So my idea was to build a conveyance system going to the east until it lines up with the helium, and then dog-legging to the north. But we have some trees over there which spawn the larva thingies, and we don't want to mess that up. We're eventually going to be putting something down there in the sulfur area, so we don't want to mess that up. This is a big sulfur area too. Just out of curiosity, if we grab this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, there's a lot of sulfur thingies down here. Okay. So we probably better not cross over this or go up into those trees. I don't want to mess that up. So we're going to have to route this in more than just a... Yeah, we're going to have to put a core here as well. And more than just a, you know, right angle type of configuration. So what I'm thinking then is we run to the north and then we cut over that way and then up that way. Or Or we could run, not connect the line to the helium at all, and run it underneath the platform instead and then wrap it up around. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, let's get started here by putting, well, first we're gonna have to put a core down. So we should probably position the new core to where it will also cover the sulfur as well, which means we're going to want it kind of more in a central area. Can we... Okay, we could put it there. That will cover everything, and then if we slide it this way, we're still in range of... Here, let's move our body back this way some more. Okay, let's try it from here. Get up nice and high so we can see the borders. And then if we slide it this way, see, that's reaching that really far sulfur. And we could even slide it this way some more too, though I don't know that we need to do that. There's nothing over there we need to worry about, and we don't necessarily need to come all the way to the border of that either. I'm thinking this is good. This is a good spot right here. So let's go with that. The thing is now, though, do we need to... Are we going to be able to cover all of this terrain if we need to? Not that we necessarily need to do that with this setup, but let me just look at that. I might want to... Yeah, that seems to... well, it does kind of clip in at the top there, doesn't it? Because what we're probably going to do here is we're going to put just a small shelter and all the power up here, because it's going to have its own power. So yeah, we better raise this up a little more. Let's back up to here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is let's grab a U, and I think I want to go up maybe 2 more, and we'll use this as a placeholder. Building is not stable. Okay, let's go down 1 and see if that's adequate. Probably is. Yeah, I think that's fine. It probably won't let us build anything over here because that's probably where those stupid grass things are going to be. So let's put a divider here. Let's put in a habitat just so we have a shelter.
The Rupture is in its stable stage.
And
the climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
It doesn't like having to lean over there. What about if we put it this way then? Maybe turn it like so. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now, let's grab a let's grab one of these and put a divider there. And then we will put in a wind turbine. Will it let me... Ooh, it does. Nice. We're only going to need one wind turbine for now, but in the future, if we have to expand it... Yeah, it's not going to let me go over the grass. We can put a second one in, but let's not do that right now because we don't need to. Okay, let's put in a airlock. And a couple of viewports. And that's really all I'm going to do. This is the only purpose of this is a shelter from star ruptures. That's really all we're going to use it for. I don't like this, that this is floating. So, let's see if we can figure out pillar support. I'm gonna guess there. Damn, I'm good. Okay, let's lock that one in and put it there, and then put it there. Hell yeah! Amazing. Okay, if we put a ladder, say, right here, then we can quickly get up here to get into here. Love it. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now we should be able to put down...
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Put down our thingies. Also known as extractors. So this stupid rock here is going to give us some height grief. I mean, we can certainly deal with it, but yeah. Okay, so let's get the extractor out. And as we're going to be shipping... Oh my god, did I get that close? Oh, I just barely got that close enough, didn't I? Alright, well, it's close enough. Since we're going to be shipping to the north, we're going to turn all of those guys that direction. And I want to check the purities on these. This is a 2x2, so that's an impure, right? Yep. Don't even really know how you can kind of tell. Well, this one's a little cleaner looking, so I bet you this is a normal or a pure. Can't even get up there. Yeah, it's a 4x2, so it's a, I guess you'd call it a normal, and this is probably an impure just by the look of it. Tis. Okay. It is indeed. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to build our storage depots. I'm inclined just to build the depots right over all these rocks because there's just nothing down here that we need to worry about in terms of, you know, blocking anything. We don't necessarily need to worry about this guy, so if we kind of start the platform here, we'll probably be okay. I would like the platform to kind of come more this way though, because of that. Okay, we got company. It's just you. I'm gonna drill your ass because you pop pretty good. You're like a big blue zit. Use the drill whenever possible to save ammo. Okay, that deals with those guys. Okay, so I want the edge of the platform to be approximately here, again, because of that extractor. You know what, though? We could wrap that around and bring it up through the center. Yeah, let's do that. So that way we can do a platform that's more kind of at the center here. Let's grab one of these. And we'll say this is about the middle. And let's Let's raise it up. So it's going to go above the rocks. Maybe to there. That should be adequate. Now, can we lock this? How far can we go this way? Can we go at least 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course not. That would be too easy. We can go 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can go 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost thinking I want it to be centered there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Get that out of there. Get this out of here. No, that's not the one. Yeah, no, that was right. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're definitely going to need to use normal pillars. I wish they made these with longer lengths. That's what I wish. Just so you know. Let's take that out as far as it'll go. Okay, and then we'll grab a pillar. And let's... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? That is right. Okay, so lock that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the fifth one should be fine without needing a bottom one. So let's raise that up to there. Lock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, bring that up to there. Should be able to fill this whole thing in here. And do the same thing on this side. Come on. You were there a second ago. There you go. Now, is that going to be enough? We could do 3 rows of depots here of nothing but just straight up calcium. Well, here now, that's the other question. Do we want to... We have 3 calcium products that I'm aware of. We've got the sheets, the blocks, and the powder. Do we want to make that here? Or do we want to make it there? I don't know the answer to that question because, again, I'm just not sure where we're going to ultimately end up in terms of production and space and stuff like that. The nice thing about building everything up there is we just need to run one line of nothing but ore up there, and then we don't have to worry about it again. But then that means we have more machinery and stuff running up there, which has, you know, overheat implications for the core for one thing, you know, potential lag issues, etc., etc. So, what we're going to do is let's extend this out further, first of all. Okay, so that should go there, I think. Lock that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's bring that down to there and there. Let's check that, make sure that is actually correct. No, it's too low. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll grab you, we'll put you down here as a point of reference. Except for I just removed my point of reference. That's okay, I can just use my eyeballs. So We need to put one down here that's one notch higher than that. We can do that. No, this way. That's where it was. This is where... Wait. Was that where it was? I don't remember now. That's what happens when you get old. Let's try that. Yeah, it does need to go higher than that. And on top of that, I've got it in the wrong space. However, that will work to our advantage because now we can use it as a reference. So it was there. No, it was there. It needs to be here. There we go. Okay, now I think the pot's right. There's a card game sane, in case anybody wasn't aware of that. Okay, so copy this. Lock that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, bring that up to there, and do that, and do that. Okay, so we have a decision to make. Do we just do the ore here, or do we want to also produce like the tier 1 products? At least the tier 1 product. Let's put a ladder right there. Whoops. If we go to here and we grab a smelter, so we need a smelter to make the calcium blocks. Okay, keep that in mind. If we grab a fabricator, we need a fabricator to make the calcite sheets which require the calcium blocks. Okay, and the other thing we would need is a furnace to make the calcium powder, which also requires calcium blocks. So it seems to me... Ooh, ceramics require calcite sheets. So we need blocks to make powder. We need blocks to make sheets. And we need smelter... Okay, definitely I think we want to put the smelters over here. Definitely. And maybe even do the sheets and the powder. I think for the ceramics, that we would do at the main base because it requires input, more from input too. All right, I think I know what I want to do. So what we're going to do is let's get rid of you for now. And we'll put you guys back in place. And we should be able to run 4 furnaces in total. Yeah, because these take 2. Yeah, 2 by 2. Okay. So we need to set up 4 furnaces. Furnaces are 3 by 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to need to widen our platform a little bit more. Can we widen it this way? Yeah, I think we can. I think I'm going to widen it 5 more on both sides. Let's do it.